bad habit. I do the math and they do the math. The money hits the bank. The rest is a guess. The man gets the best and it all goes in the tank. Trucking is a bad habit. I'm gonna fake it till I make it, gonna drive it till I break it. If they love it or they hate it, it all comes down to fate. I'm gonna play it, gonna sing it till they don't wanna hear me no more. Trucking is a bad habit. I'm gonna rock it, gonna roll it, gonna out of control it, gonna drive it till I kill it, gonna dream it, gonna will it, gonna keep on going till they tell me I'm all done. Trucking is a bad habit. Trucking is a bad habit.
Okay, we're back. Sorry, my fault. We're talking away to a dead fucking microphone here. So I just saw a name down in the chat. I've been in his, but he hasn't been in mine. I haven't seen him in a while. Best is in here. And it's funny because I just came into the terminal, threw my laundry in, ran out of shower, picked out a new shirt. And this one was for James. I actually fucking sat there and going, I wish Best could see this. So Best, this one's yours, baby. I was actually thinking of sending it to you, except I got it as a gift. So that's for the one and only. Here you go, Bo. Been a minute, eh? Been a minute. I have not been live. I've not been, or not been on my own live. And what's it been, guys? Thank you, Tolga, you sexy beast. I know you're not talking about James. I know it's been at least a couple of weeks since I've gone live. Let me get this fucking thing straightened out here. What the hell are we doing here? This is amateur hour, for Christ's sake. What's going on, Curdy? Dirty? S'more, good to see you. Tolga, my man. Robin, great to see you. Man, you guys, we got all the bad boys in here today, eh? Chief Freight Hauler, great to see you. Dire Need for a Madman. Love that handle. Brother, where the hell did you come up with that? I love that handle. You should fucking trademark that one, man. Good deal. Hold on, we're just gonna do this. So yeah, it's like I said, it's been a minute. I haven't been live. I haven't done anything. I haven't done any videos. I put out a short a couple of weeks ago, or a couple of days ago. I've been on other people's lives. I've been popping in, but I haven't been showing my face. I don't know, man. It's one of those. You have to be in the mood for it, and you have to feel like you have something to say, or you got to have something to contribute. I can throw the switch here and sit here and just go, okay, hey James, hey Freeway, hey Tolga, and just bounce like that. But if you really got nothing to contribute, you got nothing to say, it gets boring fast. It really fucking does. And unless we're gonna start ripping our clothes off and talking about naked women, hookers, and blow. Hey, and in that case, we got Curtis, we got Tyke, we got everybody that would be in for that would be there. So, what's going on, dog? Good to see you, brother. I noticed this goddamn thing. Okay, so here, this is my phone, right? This is it's easier for me to look down there and catch the chat, but right here, that little white thing right there, it says goal. Now that's for me. You want to see what YouTube is up to these days, eh? Talk about greedy little bastards. Talk about greedy little fucking bastards. So YouTube puts this goal on there, and then if I touch it and open it up, it brings me to this screen. Okay. Now this screen here is they're asking me, I want to set a goal. So I can hit this goal here. Let's say I want to pick a goal, and it's super chat. So it's going to ask you, I'm going to set a goal of I want 1 super chat up to 50 super chats. Okay. So then once I've set my goal, the super chat color, you can change your color. But at the end of the day, this is not for the content creator. This isn't for me. Let's face it. Let's get this straight and let's get this right. YouTube wants me to pummel you guys for super chats because they're taking their fucking 30%, right? Oh yeah, we'll let the creator have his 70%, but we're going to make 30, and we're going to give him the incentive, or we're going to give him these cool little things to make it easier to beg for money. And I don't beg for money. I don't beg for money. This channel doesn't beg for money. I don't ask for money. I'll never ask for money. I just unsubscribed from a couple of channels because they ask for money and they are always begging for money. So I don't follow them anymore. We don't do that here. We're just not, we're not in the business of begging for fucking money. If I'm doing something and you're appreciating it and you want to throw a buck, gotcha. I appreciate it. Thank you. Half that money goes to the Forgotten Angels. Okay. But if I'm going to sit here and beg for it, what the fuck are you watching it for? Right? What are you watching me for? So I can sit here and beg, oh, I need a new pair of shoes. Oh, fuck off. Dar here. There's my girl. What's going on? Baby's at home. She's been out doing some running around, doing some groceries and doing some shit. So she's finally home. It's kind of funny because we talk to each other, and on her end of the country out in Alberta, she's free, minus 26 and whatever, or today, I think yesterday and today, she's been pissing down rain. And, over here, I've got, again, it could be minus 24, or it could be snowing like a mother. And get this, you Americans need to get your fucking weather straight. You really do. Hey, Andy, good to see you, man. 2-4, great to see you, brother. Great to see you. So you Americans got to get your fucking weather straight. I don't give a shit what you got to do, who you got to blow, what you got to say. Just get your weather fucking straight, please. Okay? Jeremy and I hook our loads this morning. We go in the rail yard. We get loaded. The time is approximately 3:45 this morning, right? Only did one load today because it's Saturday, so I don't have to start so early. Start 3:45. Get down there, load the loads, book on down. 37-minute mile drive. There you go, Best. Thanks, man. 37-mile drive from the yard down to the border at Alexandria Bay. Excuse me. I am driving to the border. James. Jeremy is right behind me. I am literally on the yellow line. On this side of that yellow line is Canada. On the other side is the United States. It's New York State. And on my side, you stick your head out the window and you look out, it's black sky and stars. Beautiful. On the other side, as I drive under the canopy, it's fucking snowing. I'm looking through my windshield, through right past the booth, and it's snowing out the other side. Jeremy and I are talking about it on the radio. We can't believe it. I come rolling up to the booth. I'm talking to the customs agent because, I'm there twice a day, every day. They all know who we are. And I said to the guy, I said, you believe this shit? He goes, what? I says, look behind me. He goes, what? I go, look behind me. He goes, yeah. I said, do you see any snow? He goes, no. I said, look behind you. He turns around and they're fucking snowing like snow. So USA, get your fucking weather together. Get your shit together, for Christ's sake. I don't have time to drive through your shit anymore. It's not safe. It's not safe. Who the fuck? I've driven through everything. Tornadoes, hurricanes, blizzards. No, I haven't driven through a hurricane. I've never driven through a hurricane. That's a lie. That's a lie. Where's Narc? He caught me. I lied. That was a lie. I have done the tornado thing, and I can back that up because we've got video footage of me racing a tornado, and I've done blizzard, snow, and everything. I haven't done the hurricane. Sorry. I'll get on that. I'll work on that. So. Tyke, great to see you, bro. Absolutely great to see you. Love to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Actually, hold on. We got to send a message to Patty. I was talking to my boy Patrick over in Germany today, and he's just going to go for a nap. He said, text me if you're going to go live. So hold on. Let's do this right now. Here we go. We'll see if Pat's here. You're not down with twisters and snow? Fuck, man. Fuck, man. If it's got wheels and a motor, I've driven it. If it's got multiple wheels and one motor, I've driven it. And chances are I've driven it through everything you can see. I'm looking forward to maybe getting, won't be this year, but I'm looking forward to maybe getting back up onto the ice road next year. Would love to maybe do another year, another season, or another couple of seasons. Let's get up on the ice road and bang a couple more years of that off. Not because I need it anymore. It is a fucking, it is a feather in my cap. It's off the bucket list. I've already done it. But it is something that I did enjoy doing. It's one of those elements of driving that you don't get to do every day. And when you do get to do it, you basically test yourself. You will push yourself to limits that you didn't even know you had. Or at least I did. Like the very first year I went up and did the ice roads, I had no idea what I was in store for. You know, you get the guys talking to you here, telling you this, giving you little bits of info or advice or whatever like that. But you really don't know until you get up there and you're doing it. And, all of a sudden, your truck's this way, your trailer's that way, the load shifting, it's minus fucking 45. Anything goes wrong, you got about 15 minutes worth of workable time out in the elements before you yourself are frozen cock stiff solid. So I like that. I like that. It's one of those, like, let's push ourselves. And because I don't have that many more years left, I want to do it again. I want to get up there and maybe do it a couple more times. So we're going to see if we can't get some of that done. This is why you never wanted to bet a trucker. Well, I'd bet a trucker if it was a woman. I ain't betting you if you're a trucker. But, this is why you didn't want to be a trucker. Dude, there's nothing wrong with being a trucker. The career, it's one of those, this is one of those careers that's not a career. I've heard other people say this, and some agree, some disagree, but I'm one of these that it's a lifestyle. Okay, trucking is a lifestyle. It's not something that, you want to be a truck driver from probably the age of 5. If it's not in your blood and it's not, your ass isn't itching by the time you're about 5 to 8 years old, chances are you're not going to do this. Okay. I've known my entire life that this is what I'm going to do. Right. I altered at one point. I came out of high school, went to college, and thought I was going to do something else. And I didn't even go into that field. I went to college, did my apprenticeship, and didn't even really work in that industry. I went right to work. It's like, it's one of those things you have to know. And it is a lifestyle. This is the only place where you get up in the morning and you're at work. You go to bed, you're at work. All day long, you're at work. So you better be comfortable, and you better know, you better be okay with it. And it better be ingrained in you that this is what you're going to do. This is a job where, you're not getting up in the morning and working Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, unless you're a local guy. Okay. But I'm talking about OTR boys and girls here. You're not getting up in the morning and working 9 to 5, and you're going to take a lunch break at noon. You're going to go outside and have a smoke with your friends and No, you've got a 70-hour work week, and chances are you're going to work probably 70, or if not pretty close to it, in a week. Not because you necessarily want to, but that's basically the company that you're on with is going to push you. They're going to want you to work that much, because the more you're working, the more money they're making. Yeah, the more money you're making, but let's face it, at the end of the day, it's always the carrier, right? Unless you are the carrier. If you're the carrier and the driver and the truck and the trailer, then fine, it's all you. Knock yourself out. But I'm not, right? I'm on with a carrier at the moment. And, so whatever they want, that's pretty much what they get. Like I said, the more money they make, the more money I make, but I'm getting a little long in the tooth to be working a 70-hour week. I'm already uncomfortable ain't need that separation. Okay. OTR trucker is the last of the cowboys, life plain and simple. Johnny, I got to agree with you. I really, truly do. Unless you are a literal cowboy and you are down, working, you're working a Montana ranch or a Texas ranch or a fucking Wyoming ranch or a Utah. Unless you are a true cowboy, yeah, this is the last of the boys. And I'll be honest with you, the generation that is filling our shoes, John, there's no cowboys in there. There are no cowboys in there. My heroes are gone, right? The truck drivers that I looked up to, the real fucking cowboys, those guys are gone. John, you and me are about the same age, if not close. Chicken Hawk, my buddy Jeremy, Tyke over in England. We could even maybe throw Best in there a little bit, kind of, sort of, maybe. The days of cowboying, we're the last of it. There's no more after us. There really isn't. The guy that's coming out of school now, that's going out and getting his license, and he's doing let's go to work and let's truck. These guys are lasting 6 months in this industry, and then they're flipping and doing something else because they can't take this. The days of rolling down the highway at 85 miles an hour with your hair on fire, or the days where we used to be, we'd be going through the Sisters, or we'd be coming down Fancy Gap, and you'd be doing it at 2 o'clock in the morning, and you got at certain points you've got almost 4 lanes, right? 2 going up and 2 going down, and you take the 2 middle ones, and you're racing down the hill, and all you're doing is jaking, and you're racing to see who can get there. Chicken Hawk, I know you know what the hell I'm talking about. Johnny, you know what I'm talking about, those days. And then the first one to hit the brakes at the bottom of that hill where that bend is, you lose, right? You lose. So you guys all know, but those days are gone, man. Those days are gone. You tell me if you see that today, it's because that young kid has burned his brakes out. He's fucking going for the runaway ramp, right? That's the only way you'll see it today. I did more cowboy shit as a local driver than I did as an OTR. You know what, Holler? I came off the highway and I did a lot. I did city when I was in Toronto, and I did a lot of LTL through Toronto, Mississauga, Vaughan, Oakville, all that kind of shit. And let me fucking tell you, man, we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun ripping, going through the cities and doing shit like that. But yeah, you worked a lot harder running local. It is. It's more work. It is a lot more work. But chances are, I don't know about you guys, but chances are here, if I'm doing local work, I'm getting paid by the hour. So I'm not in such a goddamn hurry, right? Nowadays, I got to give 2 hours free to load. I got to give fucking 2 hours free to unload. And then let's just say it's like, for example, I'll run a load down to somewhere upstate New York. Well, I'll load the load up here, 2 hours. I can get it down there in say 2.5 hours, 3 hours. I got to give them 2 hours to load. Then I'll run over to Albany. Say I'm delivering to Syracuse, right? So then I'll run over to Albany. I got to give them 2 hours. There's 6 hours, right? 2 hours to load up in Canada, 2 hours to offload down in fucking Syracuse, 2 hours to reload over in Rochester or in Albany. And then let's just say in a million fucking years, I make it back up to say Ottawa or Brockville or whatever, and I can make it into a dock. I got to give that cocksucker 2 hours too. So let's just never mind the last 2 hours, but let's say there's 3 hours, or not 3 hours, there's 6 hours of my day that I can't make up. So you are hustling and you are shucking and you are jiving. So I truly do believe that as a local driver, you are working a lot harder than say the guy that you'll hook it and you'll hook the load in Toronto, and you know what, you've got a 9 p.m. appointment. You say you'll hook it on Monday in Toronto. Yeah, there's Patty. Good to see you, Pat. There's a 9 p.m. and then you'll drive. Say you got Toronto to Chicago. I think it's 580. Karina, great to see you, baby. I think it's 580 miles, give or take. Right. So you're almost a full day into that with your 30-minute break. You got to cross the border, blah, 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 blah. You're not that kind of thing. Yeah. You're not working as hard. You're not working as hard, you know, or we got guys now that are doing a little bit longer stuff. Or you guys, you know, James, I was watching you when you were driving the truck. You'd be there down to Kentucky, Tennessee, back up to Indiana or Illinois. Da 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 da. You guys that are running the longer, and that's what I like to do. Primarily, I'm getting a little older, and that's primarily what I want to do. I don't want to work that hard anymore. I'm at the age now where I'd like to get paid for what I know, not necessarily for what I do. You know, I really would. Trucks are banned in London now, but back in the day, we used to race through London at 1 a.m. for bets. Dude, done it. Did it, done it. We have a shopping center in Toronto. It's called the Eaton Center. You can look it up. At one point, it was the largest shopping plaza in all of Canada, and then they opened the West Edmonton Mall. But to get into this place, you actually have to back into a set of loading docks, or you have to go through a lazy S. Okay, and then you will literally go around a bend, and then you will turn, and then there's 4 or 5 docks, and then you'll go into whatever dock they tell you to get into. And we used to fuck around with that kind of stuff, right? Downtown Toronto, downtown Montreal, downtown Quebec City. I didn't like going into Quebec City. Montreal, I don't mind. Toronto, I don't mind. Downtown Mississauga, I don't mind. Downtown Chicago, I don't mind. New York City. It's been a while since I've been in New York City, but I don't mind. I don't mind if I have to go in downtown New York City. I don't mind going through the boroughs, Queens, Harlem, Bronx, get out to the islands, shit like that. I don't mind all that. You know what I do mind? The places I hate Atlanta. I hate going into fucking Atlanta. Dallas. I don't know what it is about Dallas. In Canada, going into Ottawa. Ottawa is not a hard city, but for some goddamn reason, it's a lot of one ways and a lot of no truck routes. Somehow or another, I get turned around. I do something. It's a mental thing for me. As soon as I see that the delivery is for Ottawa, I start, fuck. You know, there's nothing wrong with Ottawa. I can do it. It's just a mental mind fuck that I put on myself trying to go into Ottawa. But yet I'll go into downtown Chicago. Right, I'll go down into the ports down in Norfolk, and I'll go into the ports in New Jersey, right? I'll go into Newark. I got no problem doing all of that kind of stuff, but yet I get a mind fart when I go into Ottawa. Same with Atlanta. I just don't like Atlanta. I almost got killed in Atlanta. Big White, anybody know? Remember, well, T-Bone, you might. Best, you might. Holler, you probably do. It's on the truck stop. Is it? I think it's a J. It's on the east side of Atlanta when you come in, and it's gated. It's completely gated. It's got security driving around, not on golf carts, and they got security driving around. Which one is that? Is that a J or is that a Petro? I can't remember which one it is. I'll be honest with you. The reason I can't remember, because I rolled in there about 11:30 at night. And I rolled went in through the in gate and went right up, and I'm not paying any attention, not paying any mind, nothing. Roll up to the fucking pumps, and 2 security guards on cars come flying up to my truck. And one of them jumps out, big black kid, and goes, "Are you crazy?" And I'm looking around like, what the hell are you talking about? Petro's on the west side? Okay, so it's got to be the J. So I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? He's like, dude, you're the wrong color. He came right out and said it. Now, we're going back a few years, right? But he came right out and said it. He said, dude, you are the wrong color. You can't be here. I'm like, what do you mean I'm the wrong color? My money's green. Do you want it or not? And he's like, don't care. I said, I need fuel. I can't just pick up and leave. I need fuel right now. I'm not spending the night. I'm just getting a jag of fuel, and I'll get the hell out of here. He stood there while I put fuel in my truck. Okay. I threw 100 gallon, whatever I threw into it. Boop. I booked, and he's standing there waving at me as I'm going out the out gate. That was Atlanta. The last time I was well, not the last time, but the last time one experience of Atlanta, I almost got myself killed. Who knew? Now I've gone into Atlanta itself doing deliveries and shit. The city, like into the downtown Atlanta proper. Fuck you people. You guys are nuts. You guys are crazy. Absolutely batshit nuts. What's going on, TJ? I drove a car in a huge city for more than a decade. Millions of vehicles every day. Dude, I do it every single day. Hold on, what's Bastard in here? Good to see you, Sick. Thanks for popping in, brother. Sexy mother, what's good? We'll burn our chat. It's good to see you, TJ. Mine's not as sexy and it's not quite as, but I've got to what are we in now? January? So we got February, March, April, June, July. So I got 5 more months to grow this bad boy out before we're shaving her off again for the next charity drive. So not bad, eh? Not doing too bad. We'll get there. Oh, excuse me. I made a mistake. If I made a mistake, you're batshit. You're batshit crazy. No more than the rest of us, Eric. Trust me. I guarantee goddamn to you, son. No more than the rest of us. I like yours, TJ, where yours actually almost looks like a ZZ Top. It's great. I know it's manicured, right? Like you manicure it because it's like, and it's chiseled. It's like square, and it looks good. I like it, and I've tried to do that with mine, with like a beard oil and get it all like set and everything like that. I just can't get it done. It won't work. Mine just doesn't want to go that way. Mine's just like just to get it like this, I had to put a shit ton of conditioner in this just to get it like this. Otherwise, my beard just goes like in every direction like that. You comb it and everything like that, and there's nothing you can do. I knew that would bring out a comment from Dar. I can't handle the growing of the beard. Good thing you don't live with me right now. Yeah, but baby, you like my shirt. You like my shirt. Come on, girly. Tell me you like that shirt. Goddamn right she does. Mr. B's, good to see you. I will not be doing the shaving thing. Pardon me? Delete. Mr. B's has just announced that he will not be doing the shaving thing this year. That's too bad, man. That's too bad. Conditioner. Yeah, you put conditioner in it, baby. You got to. Well, here's the thing. Right now, there's so much goddamn, so much road salt. Right now, I was on, who was it? I was on Motos. Was it? I don't know if it was Motos or if it was Six. I was on one of their lives, and we were talking about the road salt that they put down and how bad it is. And as a truck driver, like you should literally see my truck. I have a blue truck and it's white. But anyway, as a truck driver, in and out of my truck, because I load and unload twice a day. So there's a lot of salt. I'm always got salt on my hands and my gloves and if you go like this, or salt is everywhere. If you look on the road, I actually sent Moto. I sent him a short video, like a minute video of the highway as I was driving, and the asphalt isn't black. Where I was in New York, it was white. And if you look in the mirror behind me, there's a cloud coming off my trailer tires of white cloud, and that is just pure salt. It's salt dust, basically coming off the back. That goes into the air, and it gets on your skin, and it gets on your beard. Now, that's why I primarily have a beard. It doesn't have to be this thick. I do this for other reasons, but I've always had a beard because it keeps and I do flatbed as well, and I've done flatbed for all these years. So I do it to keep the salt and the dirt and the shit off my skin, right? Because I have sensitive skin. Ha! Who knew? You can actually buy special beard oil. Yeah, that's getting a little fucking carried away. Just throw some conditioner on it. Are you sure those were the beard hairs? You guys, Dar, really? You guys you're going there, are you? My wife trims my beard up every time I get a haircut. Yeah, I have a plethora of beard oil. Dude, TJ, what do you think of this? Okay. I've got 3 of them. Okay. My daughters, every couple of years, they'll pick me out a different one. I think I'm going to make my own. I'm going to create my own beard oil. I've been thinking about this for a while now because I know what I like. So all I need to do is get with somebody or with a company that knows. or that is able to work with me with what I want a beard oil to do. So I'm thinking I'm going to have like, a wheel burner or a burner express fucking beard oil. And we're going to put something out. I'm going to send it to you, TJ, and you're going to fucking sample it. Wheel burner beard oil. Yeah. What do you think? And I won't gouge the shit out of you. Just relabel Lucas oil. Olive oil and Old Spice, James. Old Spice, right? Fucking Brute 33 and olive oil. That would be hot. Is the oil gonna burn? Well, if you go with Pennzoil, yeah. That's fucking hilarious. That's hilarious. So what's going on in the U.S.? Are you guys actually waiting? Are you guys on cue here for Trump? Are you all sitting around like this, just bouncing in your fucking seats, waiting for this guy to come in and take office? And are you waiting for him to open the executive order panel or executive order envelope and just start blasting them off? Because he's going to blast off about what, 60 in the first day. Get the beard oil to smell sweet like Old Spice. That's funny. Oh my God. I don't know if anybody remembers that. Anybody remember Old Spice or Brute 33? I can't be that fucking old. Okay. There's no way I can be that old that I'm the only one in here that knows what Brute 33 is. What's going on, Umberto? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Yeah, there's no way. Old Spice. What was it? Old Spice and Brute 33. I remember getting Brute 33 from my grandmother every year in my Christmas stocking, like when I was a kid, right? We're talking 7, 8, 9, 10, right? And then it went from, as you got to early teens, right? 10, 11, 12, we got into the Old Spice. And then 12, 13, 14, we were, what was that? Ralph Lauren and Polo and fucking what was that other one, that big fucking gross Drakkar Noir. Anybody remember that kind of shit? Oh man, they used to sell the knockoffs. I think they still do. You can go into most bathrooms in the US, right? You can go into most bathrooms in the US and the truck stops and they for fucking drop a loony and you go ching and you get your little thing of Brute 33 of Drakkar, the knockoff Drakkar Noir. That is hilarious. Jamal, I'm 46. I've never heard of number 33. It's called Brute 33. It's a cologne. Actually, back then it wasn't a cologne. What they call it was called aftershave, right? Because you'd shave yourself up and then put a little in your hand and like that, and away you go, right? Not like nowadays where you've got the bottle and you're basically showering the shit, right? You're having a shower in this stuff. What's going on there, brother? What's going on there, brother Buck? Why can't I get that out, brother Buck? What's going on, man? Good to see you, Bucky. The great smell of Brute 33 for Muhammad Ali. I love Drakkar Noir. Oh man, and the thing about Drakkar, if you put it on, right, you could put it on. One squirt too many and you'd blow it because you'd stink for fucking like nobody could get near you. That was the thing about Drakkar. It was horrible. Heard there's a bunch of 2025 whiners in here. No, you know what? Not yet. I have not heard them. I'm just opening the door and challenging anybody. Anybody wants to come in? You want to whine? You want to bitch? You want to snot and bawl? Let's hear it. Let's hear your fucking whining. Let's hear your snotting and bawling. But just know I'm coming back at you. Buck, how's everything, brother? From another mother. Good to see you, man. You're only 46? Holy fuck, I feel old. Dude, I'm 55. 55. When you're 55, Bess, you will never look this good, baby. Never look this good. Oh, man. I use Ben Sherman beard oil with castor oil. It will help with your sensitive skin. The three main aromas are vanilla, black pepper, which smells like, I like that. I love black pepper and vanilla. That would be good. smell like smelling clean soap, and lastly, bourbon. Oh, fuck. 3 of my favorite things in the world. I think I drank enough bourbon, though, right? As an alcoholic, I drank enough fucking bourbon. I don't need to put something on that smells like bourbon. I think it's still working its way out of my pores, Bull. I really do. Free Luigi, hey, knock yourself out. Both are my what? Beefarette? Oh, I don't know what that is. Old school, good to see you. Brute had all the things, including soap. Yeah, they were off. Aqua Valva. Oh, Chicken Hawk. I can't believe you came up with that. Who doesn't know what Aqua Valva, and lots, I guarantee you. Chicken Hawk, I guarantee you there's probably half the guys in here don't know. They're all Googling what Aqua Valva is. Fucking great. Great. Do you remember it was Aqua Valva had the highest alcohol content? Not that I was drinking it, but back in those days, Aqua Valva had the highest alcohol content. You could get a small bottle of Aqua Valva and get absolutely not shit-faced hammered, but get a nice glow going. That's what all the fucking winos on down on Yonge Street and down on down by Bay and Bloor in Toronto. That's what they were drinking, right? You'd find them passed out on a sewer grate or on a subway grate with a box or sitting on top of their box, and there'd be a bottle tossed aside. It would be a bottle or a couple of bottles of Aqua Valva. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I want to hear Trudeau is coming back. Trudeau is, here's the fucking thing. I'm going to say this, and some Canadians aren't going to like it, but because, well, whatever, who the fucking cares? I don't give a shit. You guys are all jumping up and down. And even the Americans, because the Americans don't want Trudeau either, right? But you guys are all jumping up and down going, yay, Trudeau's announced his retirement. He's retiring. Yay, he retired on Monday. No. He announced his retirement, right? But he didn't announce his retirement. He announced that he intends to retire. Now listen to the play on words. He didn't say he's retiring. He says he intends to retire. But then he put the government in prorogation, right? Now we talked about this quickly on my short. Now, all prorogation means is that he's frozen the government until March, until they can elect, or the party within the party, they can elect a new leader of the Liberal Party who will then become the prime minister until they have a federal election and Pierre beats his ass. But what's going to happen is you watch. You mark my fucking words here. I am not wrong. This is what's going to happen. Okay? Dar's rolling her eyes. Trudeau has put the government in prorogation, so he's got till March for the party to elect a new official. And then in the end of March, I think it's the 24th or whatever it is, he's going to turn around and go, we've been unsuccessful. We can't come to an agreement. We need more time. And you have to go to the Attorney General for that, or the Governor General for that. Okay? And he'll get it. And then he'll get it. And he'll get another couple of months and so forth. And then what's going to happen is he's going to sit there, and in the background, they're going to be doing a whole bunch of other shit. And at the last minute, he's going to go, you know what, my party now, because he's getting kicked out because his party doesn't have faith in him. That and his numbers are so low. The country doesn't want him. But the party is the reason that he's having to retire. He even said it's because I can't fight the battles from within. He's going to fucking replace and remove and play chess with all those people in his own party, get rid of who he doesn't want, bring in all the new people. And all of a sudden, guess what, folks? My party's got faith in me again. I'm going to lead this party. And that's what Trudeau's going to do. Trudeau is not going away quietly. He is going to lose the election. The Conservatives, Pierre Poilievre is going to win the election, and he's going to take this. Okay? He's going to be the next prime minister. What Trudeau needs is he needs to be the leader of the official opposition. If they do not have the official opposition, if they are not the official opposition party, the Liberals are fucked. They will not be. They will not be a force to reckon with for at least another 20 years. And that's what they need to do. And that's what they're doing. That is exactly what they're doing. Okay. He's shuffling around, and you're looking at all these, all these people going, all these people that are going to lead. And this person wants to go for be the new prime minister. And they put this person putting their name in the hat. And it's not going to happen. If it does, fantastic. My humble opinion, or not my humble opinion, my wishes, I'd like to see Trudeau get stomped, get thrown out, have a nervous breakdown, get caught with a little boy in a closet, fucking whatever. Anything. Get him out of here. And let Trudeau and have a non-confidence vote, and then have an election in the next month. And let's just get this going. That's what I'd like to see. I remember Aqua Valva. Yeah. Just as long as you weren't drinking any of it. Liquid woman magnet. Oh, Donald, are you crazy? You're not talking about. You must be talking about. Drakkar Noir, or Polo, Ralph Lauren Polo. I've been sitting here the whole time while I've been talking. In the back of my head, I'm having a second thought. I could remember the Polo, but I couldn't remember who made it. It was Ralph Lauren. Aftershave lotions. Yeah, you got it, baby. I'm out, Brian. Got to go. Shower and do some cleaning. Also, I realize say hello to some people. All right, man. Great to see you, man. Good to see you. He didn't resign. He just intends to resign. Why would I roll my eyes when I sent you that video and you don't know about it? You did about the, yeah, okay, well, I just figured she's tired of me blabbering on about politics. I could abolish the Senate. I'd love to abolish the Senate. I'd like to, never mind. I get myself in deep shit saying what I really want to say on here. I really could. Would Canadian be cool with becoming American if it ever comes to be available? You know what, Bull? That's a thought. You know, I've joked around in the past and said, you know what? I'd love to be, you know, if Canada was an American state, or if we became part of an American state and all the provinces became the state of Ontario, the state of Alberta, and blah, 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 blah. Would I be good with that? Or would I be okay with that? You know, da, da, da. And it's no. Some Canadians, I'm going to be honest with you, some Canadians, yes. There are some Canadians in Canada that are so desperate for relief that, yeah, they'd give away their Canadian citizenship, their heritage, they'd give it all for a fucking better life, or a chance at a better life, right? And they do it like that. Myself personally, and probably a greater part of the population, would we do that? No. You know, and it's the same thing. Like, there's one thing you don't ever have to do. You know, you can never do when you're talking about with an American, is you don't ever doubt their patriotism. Americans are very, very patriotic. Trust me, the world knows. You tell everybody. We all know how patriotic you are. And very few fucking people or countries fuck with that. They don't fuck with your patriotism. Canadians are patriotic too. I'm a patriotic Canadian. I was born here. I was raised here. You know, my family is here. You know, my mom's born in Canada. My dad was born in England during the war, but he didn't have a choice. But his father is Canadian. He knocked up an English woman and they brought my dad over here. But either way, so Canada, I am, you know, blooded all the way up. I think 1, 2, 3. Me. Well, let's say my dad, but my mom. Let's go. My mom, both my grandfathers, and both my great grandfathers. So there's 4 generations. Okay, 4 generations of Canadian blood that's running through me, and I'm good with that. I'm proud of that, and I don't need to change it. I don't need to change it. If Canada and the U.S., for example, wanted to come to an agreement on maybe opening a border and making it so that we're still 2 separate countries, but the border is not there, and you know, we can move from like we do from province to province or from state to state, and we can go commerce. You know, we could maybe do something like what Europe did with the euro. Instead of having the Canadian dollar and the American dollar, you would have one central dollar between the 2 countries. Something like that I might consider. But would I jump ship and say, you know, I'm going to be an American now? No, that's why I haven't moved to the United States. I'm going to be honest with you, man. If I had my way at certain points, when I was going through that bullshit with the blood clots and the vaccines and all that shit that we were fighting and going through, the easy thing would have been to just drop everything, sell it all, and just move to the U.S. I told you guys before, the governor of Montana has made concessions to make it easier for Canadians coming from Canada into Montana to become an American citizen and to become what is it? Just to be not a member, but to become a citizen of the state of Montana. They've done that. You know, they've done that. I could have done it. And Montana, believe it or not, is one of the 3 states that I would live in. So yeah, it's okay. I love how people say that. We're a country that went to war over a 2% tax on tea, but lay down a 30% tax on everything. You got it. You got it. My breakfast, Brian, a cigar and a Dr. Pepper. I was thinking of you. Oh, dude, I don't have any Dr. Pepper, and I have given up cigars for the time being for health reasons, because it was, to be honest with you, health reasons and financial reasons, because when your cigar habit is bouncing around $1,000 a month, I would say it's getting a little out of control. So we had to put a little cap on that. And when you're smoking $1,000 a fucking month worth of cigars, your lungs ain't doing so well, even if you're not inhaling them all. You have to pay for your fair share. Hey, you know what, Holler? I got no problem with Trump saying that. I got no problem with Trump doing what he's doing on some levels. I got no problem with it, with certain tariffs and certain things that he's talking about. With NATO, pay your fair share. If Canada hasn't, the Canadian government hasn't, and that's what is true, and it hasn't been happened. I got no problem with Trump fucking dropping the gavel and saying, or dropping the hammer and going, all right, fuckers, you guys are paying up, because we're not paying, we're not paying for everything. I would be good with, I got no problem with that. There's a couple things, like Trump has to know, and you guys have to know, that if he puts a tariff, like, we are your largest trading partner. But remember something. You import more shit from us than we import from you. Remember that, okay? I don't know if you guys are aware of that. You import more shit from us than we import from you. So if you put a tariff on everything that we're fucking shipping, that because you guys are ordering it, it's being ordered from some company in the United States from some company up in Canada, and we put it on a truck and we bring it down to you, right? And now Mr. Trump's going to put a fucking tariff on it. Now that's fine. But remember, that 25% tariff, the company that ordered it is not going to just eat that 25% tariff and go, okay, see you later. Thank you. Thank you for bringing me my stuff. No. Okay. That 25% tariff is going to get spread around. And if you're going out to buy whatever that company, whatever that is, let's just say it's fucking car seats. I don't know, baby car seats. So when you go buy that car seat that was made in Canada, got a 25% tariff on it, then got trucked down here. So now you're paying the freight on it. When you take all of that, it ain't going to fucking hurt us all that much. You guys, that car seat now that was say $199 is now $375. 60% of that is tariff and tax. So and Trump knows that. Trump knows that. Also, I want you to think about this. Freight hauler, Best, all you guys, I want you to think about this. Trump knows. Trump's not stupid. He knows that Trudeau isn't going to be in power. Okay? He knows there's no sense dealing with Trudeau. So what's he doing? What does Trump do best? What does he do? Stick out his chest and beat his chest. Okay? And he's good at it. And he does it for a reason. Okay? But at the end of the day, he knows that he's not going to be dealing with Trudeau. He's going to be dealing with Poilievre. Poilievre is a conservative, which it means, in all layman's terms, he's a Republican. Okay, he's a Republican. Now, if you look at the Republican Party lines and you look at the Conservative Party lines, there are some differences, but they're both towing the same line, pretty close. Okay, so Trump's not fucking around with Trudeau. He's not giving a shit about the Liberal fucking party. He's saying that we're going to do this and we're going to do that and we're going to do. Trump's biggest fucking problem is the border bringing in illegals, the workers in Mexico, and now they're coming in through Canada. So yes, Canada does have to tighten up its border. Yes, absolutely. Sorry. You guys just threw out so many comments. There's no goddamn way I'm going to hit them all. So I'm just going to fucking scope real quick. What's the other two states? California. No, we're not going to California, baby. Texas and either South or North or South Carolina. I would probably say South Carolina. If I could pick up right now and go move and it wasn't an issue and we were all one big country, I'd be living in either Montana, Texas, or South Carolina. Love them. Love all three of those places. Even, let's just say, even Virginia. Love Virginia too. Love it. Same as those states is like living in the 50s. Some of those states. It depends on where you are. But you can go some places in Canada, Dar. You know, I can take you some places up north, man, that they haven't seen a fucking, you know, they're still using transistor radios, for Christ's sake. You know, there's no technology up there. We need to encourage USA to be the manufacturer in the world. And that's what Trump is doing. Okay. I was getting to that and then I got sidetracked, James. But that is the end all be all on where Trump is going. Okay. Because James, think about this. Okay. Think of Carrier, right? They build all the air conditioners, right? Their biggest plant was down in Texas, right? And they had plants everywhere else as well. And then all of the automakers and a lot of the big, huge companies closed up shop and they went to Mexico, right? They went down to Mexico because they want to play with my sister, hey, mister. And that's what they did. So they went down there and they paid a Mexican fucking 20 cents an hour instead of paying an American 25 bucks an hour, right? And then they started building fucking Carrier air conditioners, and then they started bringing them back in and selling them up here. So what Trump is doing is he's going to those companies, Ford, GM, Chrysler, fucking Carrier, John Deere. Oh, no, maybe not John Deere. Sorry. All of the big fucking companies that jumped and went to Mexico. They didn't come to Canada, trust me, but they jumped and went to Mexico. He's making it so fucking expensive that by the time that goddamn air conditioner makes it back into the United States, it's not worth it. Nobody would be able to buy it, which will then force Carrier or any of these big companies, okay, we're going to shut it down, move our operation back to fucking Texas or wherever the hell it's from. And Trump's going to give them the incentive. We'll give you some tax breaks. We'll give you something on the land. We'll hook you up. And rightly so, bring them back. Let's open up that plant and put fucking 15,000 people back to work. Are we responsible for Mexicans working? No. Are we responsible for the Mexican fucking economy? No. Is the United States responsible for making sure Canadians work? No. Are you guys responsible for making sure our economy works? No. But with us on the north of you and the Mexicans on the south, when your economy is working, and I mean it's working, ours work better. Okay? Our economy is the little brother to you guys. And the only reason I say little brother is because simply, you know, you guys got 350 million people and we got 41 million. You got more people in the state of California than I got my entire country. So what Trump's doing is he's making it so hard for a lot of those big companies and even the smaller companies that did it, that they can't afford to do business in Mexico. They can't afford to do business in China, right? Or India, or Pakistan, or where, you know, a lot of these places where they sent their call centers or they're part of their industries and all that shit all overseas, right? To the Middle East and to like I said, to China, to Singapore, to Taiwan. You know, he's making it so that if it's being shipped in from China, it ain't going to be cheap. It ain't going to be cheap. It's going to be cheaply made. It's going to be shit, but it ain't going to be cheap to fucking buy. It will turn around. The American and Canadian consumer will then turn around and go, hey, you know what? this Chinese one is fucking $6. This American one is $8, and the $8 one's going to last me 5 years. The fucking Chinese one's going to last me 15 minutes. It's a no-brainer. He knows this. Trump is not stupid, and he knows this. But at the end of the day, like, let's go rewind to what I was saying. He's not dealing with Trudeau. He doesn't give a flying fuck about Justin Trudeau. If Justin Trudeau fell off the edge of the earth tomorrow and had a fucking wicked ski accident and died, Trump wouldn't show up to the funeral. He doesn't give a fuck. He's waiting for Pierre. When Pierre comes in, then you're going to talk business. Then, believe it or not, you guys are going to be really happy because you're going to see two economies that are going to mesh. It will work better for you as well, okay, if our economy is working like Trudeau. Trump doesn't like the commie Trudeau. Nobody does, right? Industrial revolution is over. We've turned into Florida, buying everything, producing nothing. And that's exactly what I just described, right? That is exactly 100% what I just described, okay? I see Putty Cat in here. Putty Cat's in here. Good to see you. I've not seen you in a while. I have a friend who has sex 3 to 4. Okay, oh, fuck. Let me get a drink of water before I read this fucking shit. All right, Putty Cat, this one better be good. I'm not fucking around with these. I have a friend who has sex 3 to 4 times a week, works out every day, and reads at least 2 books a week. But all this guy ever does is complain about prison. All right, that one's not bad. If we had another Pearl Harbor today, we'd be speaking Japanese. Not me, bro. Not me. Not going to happen. It's funny, though. Every time an economy booms, it's usually as a result of what? 3 letters. Starts with a W and ends with an R. Come on. What is it? Every time the U.S. economy booms, I don't mean goes up a little and then levels off, then goes up. When the U.S. economy and even the Canadian economy, when it has a fucking explosion, it's usually as a result of what? You got it, Bull. You got it. It's usually as a result of war. The warmongers, the war warriors, well, not warriors, but the war is profitable. War is very, very, very profitable. And the United States is the biggest seller of the war machine. There is nobody, no country, person, or company out there that sells more weapons to the rest of the world than the United States. So when war is going and the wars are flying and the bullets are flying, America's a happy place. You're booming. Your economy's booming. Got to go another day of training. Have a great weekend. Holler, thanks for hanging out, brother. Appreciate that. Always great to see you. Always great to see you. We're already getting prepared, hence China versus Taiwan. Curtis, you know what? I'm not sure what's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm not sure what the U.S. is going to do here. Because here's the thing. Does the U.S. step in? You do know that if China invades Taiwan, and they are going to do it, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when they're going to do it. But if they do, and the U.S. steps in, you don't have a conflict. You don't have a little thing where a couple of guys fire some rounds off at each other over the border and piss some people off. You're going to have a fucking all-out war. Does the U.S. want or need a war with China? And it's not will the U.S. back down. It's will China. And I say that for the reason of this. Will China back down? China, yes, the United States is, I don't know what the number is. How many trillions of dollars in debt to China? Okay, I don't know what the number is, but let's just say it's ridiculous. Let's say it is ridiculous. Is China willing to invade Taiwan and then go to war with the U.S. and negate all of that. That'll all be wiped out. Okay, that'll all be wiped out. Any debt, the U.S. is going to go, okay, I'm in war with you. I'm not paying you anything. Fuck you. If you win the war, we might talk. If you lose this war, we're not paying you fuck all. So it's one of those things. That's what China is thinking about. China has to think about shit like that. Are they willing to do this? And with the Chinese, who knows? They're so unpredictable. They really, really are. They really, nobody knows what the goddamn, it's like the fucking North Koreans. If anybody knows what they're thinking, it fucking because you got a crystal ball. Nobody knows. It's impossible. So I'm very curious. It is going to be a big conflict, and a lot of people are going to fucking die. Taiwan's pretty much going to wipe off the fucking map. Right? Taiwan will be nothing. Taiwan can last approximately 30 minutes defending itself if China invades. So unless there are 3 aircraft carriers sitting there off the Taiwanese coast, when it happens, Taiwan's going to fall inside 30 minutes. Done. Here's the other fucking thing. Does China have the military technology to fight the U.S.? No, not yet. But do they have the numbers? Yeah. Anybody been watching the things on what the U.S. has been tracking on the Chinese Navy? The Chinese Navy, right? And I'm not talking about decrepit old clunker fucking Kilo class submarines, diesel electric submarines. We're talking fucking newer, up to date. The Chinese now have newer technology that can compete. Not so much, you won't win a war with it, but you can compete. But they've got enough now that they don't need the technology to beat the Americans because they can overwhelm them with numbers. They can overwhelm them with fucking numbers, right? And if you look at what the Chinese Navy is at, the position the Chinese Navy is in right now, they have not just bigger numbers than the U.S. now. I think it's a 7-to-1 ratio in ships. Okay, with the exception of aircraft carriers, right? The U.S. has what? Do you guys have like 16 or fucking something like that? Whatever it is, Chinese don't have that. But when you're talking destroyers, frigates, that kind of, or cruisers and shit like that, the Chinese are 7-to-1 on you guys, on the U.S. And the U.S. knows it. They're tracking it. They're watching it very carefully. Now, is every single one of these boats battle ready and fucking ready to take it? Fuck no. But if you throw enough numbers at it, it's simply just a matter of time. They'll overwhelm you. They simply will. The only thing that will probably save the Americans' ass is your submarines. Your U.S. subs are so phenomenal that, it would take, you guys could run around. And if you guys could get your subs on land, stick wheels on them and get them on land, they'd be awesome. But they have triple the number. Why do you think we lost in Vietnam? We got outnumbered. You're not wrong. Do you think the Chinese people want a war? I don't think they do. I really don't think they do. But don't you think Russia will sell some hypersonic missiles to China? Of course they will. If you think China doesn't already have them, Pat, you got to be crazy. It's not a matter of what we have assembled in the U.S. All the parts to fix these things come from China. Well, Mr. B, that is a very good point. Okay. 90% of everything built put together, let's say not built, but put together in the U.S., parts were made in China. They stopped shipping stuff. We're not making anything. U.S. or Canada. It makes no goddamn difference, right? It makes no goddamn difference. There's so much at play. There is so much at play. There's so much at play here that you and me, like we're just like scratching the fucking surface. We truly are. We are just scratching the surface of what is actually going on. Okay. Taiwan is going to be written off. Like I said, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Do I think Russia does Russia want to get involved in a war with involving China, Taiwan, and the United States? No, I don't think they do. I think they've got their hands full right now with what they're dealing with Ukraine and other shit. Do I really think that? I don't think so. I think, but that doesn't mean that Russia won't supply them with weapons. Proud Bad Man. That's a hell of a title. I like that. I like that. It will be fought on multiple fronts, from inside the U.S. and external direct in Taiwan. They've been funneling military-aged men for years into the homeland U.S. They're extremely strategic. They're not exactly. They're not stupid. Okay, they are not stupid. But it's just that when it comes to, let's just say, when it comes to Taiwan, it's going to fall. You're not going to save it. The U.S. is not going to step in and save the Taiwan, and everything will be okay. That's not going to happen. There will be Chinese boots on Taiwan, and there will be a lot of them, and they won't leave. Right? You can fucking bomb China out of existence. There will still be Chinese people living on the Taiwanese island, and that will be the end of it. Too many things come from China. Exactly, Dar. Exactly. Right? The goddamn screen that you're looking at me on right now was made in China. The device, the phone, the computer, the laptop, whatever, chances are it was made, or most of the parts of it were made in China. If they turn around right now and go, okay, we're not sending no more chips for cars. We're not sending you no more chips for the planes. We're not sending any more ECUs for this or any. What are you going to do? Do you have the facilities already set up here to just snap your fingers, throw the switch, turn it on, and start making chips? No, you'd be fucked. India is the new China for production. Toga, you know what? That's a very, very good point. I didn't think of that. I was thinking about something that somebody else said along those lines the other day, and you're right. You're right. And it's basically on population, right? The Indian population is so goddamn big. They can outwork anybody. Anybody. They can literally outwork anybody. And the quality of their shit is better. Their quality of things manufactured, built, and made in India is better than what's made in China. Everything comes to a halt in 72 hours. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. I saw an interview with a foreign minister of China. He said the U.S. is still playing poker like in the 60s, but we are already playing chess. He's not wrong. No, Pat, again, I agree with you. I agree with you. I think the U.S. has got its hands full, and they've got some things that they really need to think about if they're going to start dealing with certain things when it comes to China and Taiwan and shit like that. Taiwan is trying to move its companies to Texas. I don't know anything about that. Look at all the food processing plants that have burnt down in the last few years. What does that have to do with Taiwan and China, dude? What's going on, Flatbed? Great to see you, man. Thanks for hanging. Our bias always good. What? Our boys always going to find another country to exploit. That is always a given. That is always a given. The biggest, baddest, most powerful countries in the world are always, and that includes the U.S., Russia, China, they are always going to find another country to exploit. It's just, the top of the food chain takes from the bottom of the food chain. They will exploit them. Very good point, Tolga. Syria, fuck Syria. You can burn. Our own government has made it so we really need to stop everything and make tanks. We could not do it because of the EPA. I don't think it's good. I don't think a war with China is going to be a tank war. It's going to be an air war. I don't think it's going to be a naval battle, and I think it's going to be an air war. I don't think it's going to be a land war. Just my opinion. That's excellent, S'more. Kitty, I grow as much veggie and birds as I can. Yeah, good for you. That's the way to do it. I wish I had that talent. I couldn't grow anything. I can grow a beard. That's about the extent of what I can grow. I can grow on you. I can grow a beard. I can grow to hate you. I can grow to be a pain in the ass, but I can't grow veggies. I can't grow any of that. Dar can do it. I've got a daughter, Brianna. She's got the green thumb. She grows her own vegetables. Be curious this year in the new place in Alberta to see how it goes. See if Brianna's gonna. We got enough property. She can plant a really good sized garden. So you look like you need Cialis. Oh my God, Sal, come on. That's the best you got. You were scrolling around on the shorts, or you were scrolling around on YouTube, and you saw me, and that's the best you've got. You look like you need Cialis. Son of a bitch, man. If you're going to insult me, please do better. Sal, do better. That one there, we're not even, we'll give you that one for free. Sit down, right? Go downstairs in your mom's basement, you know, fuck around for a bit, think, come up with something good, come back upstairs, get back on your computer and hit me with it. But you look like you need Cialis. You can do better. Sal, you're going to have to do better. You fell down. Yeah, exactly, eh? Thanks, Tolga. Kitty Craze, really, are there a lot of Alberta-grown veggies in January? Yeah, we sell ice carrots, Chicken Hawk, ice carrots. Government equipment is emissions exempt. Funny how that works, eh? Did you try like micro farming? I don't know what she tried. I grew my vegetables for myself. Yeah, my family does. I don't. I just, like I said, I don't have it. In the Second World War, all assembly plants were shut down and all their made stuff free. I know, Mr. B's, I know. Ford was the biggest manufacturer. Detroit, out of Ford out of Detroit was the biggest manufacturer of fucking tanks and airplanes during World War II. I don't think they were the biggest manufacturer of airplanes, but I'm sure they were the biggest manufacturer of tanks, right? They were rolling tanks because they were one of the biggest plants with the biggest assembly lines that worked. And it was just a matter of doing a quick retool, going from fucking cars to tanks. And they did it. Holy, you need a Dr. Pepper. No, I don't need it. I went to, when I did my groceries last week, Walmart was out of Dr. Pepper. I had to go buy, what do you call those? What are those? I like those other things. Bubblies. Oh. So I've had no Dr. Pepper for a week. I did have a bottle of Coke earlier this morning, though. Earlier today. And I've had 2 cups of coffee. So I don't know. Am I a little too wired or am I not wired enough? Or what are you guys looking for? You need it vamped up. You need me to wind it down. You're looking for a fucking mind melt. What do you want? You want to see me? I haven't ranted in a while. I was hoping maybe Sal had something good. We could maybe blow off a good rant, but no, I haven't seen that. You know why Trudeau's still around? Because nobody flushed the toilet. Johnny, I wish it was that fucking easy, brother. I truly do. If it was that goddamn easy, I'd be standing there holding the lever to flush them. I really, truly would. How's the studio shed going? Well, it's fucking minus 200 in Alberta right now, so it's a little hard to have the electrician come in and run the power out to the studio. So we got to wait for the ground to thaw. But it'll be ready to go by, let's say by spring, early summer. Like as soon as I can get out there. It's 2,847 miles from where I am right now. It's a little hard for me to get that shit done when I'm sitting here. You know, good afternoon, Shannon Thomas Truckee. I got your text message just as I was going boink and hitting the live. I didn't get a call from you yesterday, or it didn't show that I got a missed call. Shannon, I'd have answered your call. You know that, right? Unless I'm sleeping or whatever, but it didn't show that I had a missed call from you, or I would. And if I did, I would have definitely called you back. This is a recording. Please check the number and try your call again. Beep, beep, beep. Anyway, great seeing you. Thanks for coming in and letting me know. It's always good when somebody comes into your live and lets you know that you missed their phone call. All I need now is Golden Aladdin to come in and give me shit for fucking not calling him back. We have greenhouses nearby. I don't know if we do. John 123 Canada 42. There's a handle. Holy Christ. Is that somebody that we know already, or is that somebody? Because it's not a name like a name like that. I would definitely remember. I really would. I'm just gonna go again because again, you guys are freaking killing it. There we go. Shannon Thomas, when you are coming to Florida so I can rub you down in suntan. Never mind. I can't believe I got fucking duped into that. I hear some old bastard is whining on this stream. Okay, Andy, I thought it was you. It wasn't me. I thought it was you. I thought you were gonna whine. So I set it up for you, Andy. It's right here. Come on in. Come on. What are you doing? Get in here and start whining. I'm not whining. I'm ready for you guys to start whining, is what I'm waiting for. I've called you twice over the last couple of months. Well, I've spoken, it's been less than a couple of months. When was the last time I spoke to you? The last time I spoke to you, it was still winter time. It was probably like before Christmas, probably early December. It hasn't been that fucking long. Hold on, there's got to be a way. Hold on, I can actually go and check and see when the last time we called each other. Hold on. Contacts. Shannon Thomas, trucking. Oh no, it doesn't tell me the last time I called. It does not tell me. I thought it would. No. All right, I tell you what. You got me. I'm busted. I tell you what. I'll call you on Monday. I'm not calling anybody tomorrow. It's Sunday. I'm just going to relax tomorrow. My laundry's in, getting done. I'm doing everything today on a Saturday, so I'm trying to get it. And I still have to go up to Walmart and get my groceries today. Tomorrow, I'm doing nothing. I'm going to lay in bed and vegetate all day tomorrow. So, blah, blah, blah. I have sent you a few texts. Yeah, and I've answered your text. So you can, my butt, buddy. But on Monday, I tell you what, I will put a fucking an alarm on my phone. You tell me, Shannon, what time you want me to call you. Tell me right now, what time you want me to call you? Right here, look at this. Because there might be a problem with you calling me, and for some reason I'm not getting the calls, right? So there's my alarms all the times. You tell me which one, and I will call you. Whew. Well, this has been fun. She's off to college. Yeah, Shanna, he doesn't answer us Americans anymore. I don't answer a couple of you Americans. Okay, she's calling me. Look at the balls on this woman. Do I answer it? You think you're funny, don't you?
Yeah, this is a test.
she's doing a test. Okay, so what time do you want me to call you on Monday?
Monday?
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, you're up early, right?
Yeah, I'm usually up about 1:30 in the morning. I'm not calling you at 1:30.
No, call me around 6 or something like that.
Now, Mr. Bees is calling me. You assholes you guys are killing me now. I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. Oh, sorry. Okay, what time did you say?
About 6 or something like that. Anytime after 6 a.m.
Okay, so here. Look at there. There. See that? My alarm is set for 6:15 to call Shannon Thomas. Okay? I just showed it on the screen, and there's 30 people in here to hold me to it.
Yeah, I have witnesses.
You got 30 witnesses, so we're good.
All right, bro.
All right. Talk to you on Monday. What the lengths some people will go to get hold of you, eh? He doesn't talk to Canadians either. But at least, hey, you know what? At least I'm consistent. I'm having some cheese with all this wine. There you go, baby. There you go. I'm known to piss and moan. Hey, bring it on, Tyrannus. I'll listen to it. You called me last on my birthday, but I didn't answer because I was with the babes. No, that's true. No, I understand that. Obviously, you were with the grandbabes. So I called you to wish you happy birthday, and that was a couple of weeks ago. But I think I spoke to you. Either way, it's not important. I'll call you on Monday at 6:15 in the morning. You better answer the phone. Isn't that what you do all the time? Lay in bed doing nothing? Yeah. The truck drives itself. It loads itself at the rail yard and then drives all the way down to New York and unloads itself, then drives itself back, and it loads another one. Well, usually that's my second nap after I've had something to eat, to have a nice dinner, and yeah. I can still stay a bit because the kids are driving, not me. Oh, there you go. Tyrannus, do you have 2 sets of lips to piss and moan? That's not bad. Do you? Brian whines more than the liberals. Andy, oh, you're hurting me here. You're hurting me. But here, Andy, I just wanted to show you the shirt your wife sent me. Okay? Just making sure, Andy, you know that your wife sent me this. I told her thank you. Damn right I'm good in bed. I could stay there all day. Yeah. Funny how that works as you get older, eh, Tyrannus? When you were 21, you were a goddamn soldier in bed. Up all night, all day, doesn't make no difference. Now I'm great in bed as well. 55, I'm awesome in bed. I can lay in bed for 12 hours doing absolutely fucking nothing, sleeping. I'm a champ. If there was an Olympic event for laying in bed, Canada gold right here, baby. Canada gold. You can't call during. I know, eh? There's a few people that are exceptions. Shannon's obviously one of them. I've said that about her before, eh? Like the balls on this woman. The absolute balls on this woman. Oh, I'm telling you. It's winter. My husband isn't here. I barely know anyone. I'll just hang out in my bed with my cats. Yeah, that's how you go fucking crazy. Just so you know, eh? Just so you know. That's how you go crazy. Or most people do. Everybody call now. 3, 2, 1. Don't you dare. Don't you freaking dare. Now Curtis isn't calling. Now he's sending me videos. What are you sending me videos of that for? I've driven that thing, dude. That was up on the ice road with us last year. Fun as hell to drive. Absolutely fun as hell to drive. 2-on-1 rides on what? 2-on-1 rides, eh? Hey, not bad. Yeah, I'm a 2-seater, right? You can sit 2. Not bad. Chicken Hawk needs this shirt too. Andy's got he's got a burr in his ass today. Look at this 2-seater, like an outhouse. Oh my God. When I finish, run a bottle of vino, a nice bed, at least 15 hours. Dude, I'm like that. You know what? When I come in off the road, usually, like, not now doing what I do now, because obviously I sleep in my truck, or I sleep in the yard every night here, and it's more like a day job doing what I do. But when I'm on the highway and I come home after, say, 2 weeks, or I get home, that first night home, Robert, I'm the same way. I get into a bathtub or I get into a shower. I will drain the water tank. I can't get a bottle of wine, obviously. Not answering that, Curtis. I fucking Curtis. Oh, how I let that boy live is beyond me. But yeah, I'll get into the shower, drain the hot water tank and just soak. And then I will get into bed, dude. And I can easily, Robert, the only reason I get out of bed is because my back hurts. You know, my back hurts. I'm physically in pain because I've been laying in bed so long, right? Yeah, actually, Dar got me this shirt. You like this one? This is a special 2-seater. Dar's got 1 seat. I'm waiting for her to fill the other one. 2 for 1. Bill Maud's Filipino wife. Bill Maud is real Jersey. That's nice handle. Don't know where you come up with it. He will show you his other shirt. I got him on another live. Yeah, I got another one. She did really well. Christmas this year, I did really well with T-shirts when it comes to cool shit and funny shit like that. And good thing because I needed it. James Best wants to titty fuck Dirty Curdy. That wouldn't surprise me. A lot of people probably want to do that. Come join Fellowship. Woo! Paul, I appreciate that. You're welcome to throw that up there. But let's just leave it right there, eh? No problem. Yeah, Andy, I am. Till at least, till at least when the contract runs out. I'm not going to say. Whatever happened to the guy, the Orange Pumpkin? Anyone hear from him and the dog? Yeah, that's Humberto, and he's now called Drop Deck Trucking Guy or something. What's he called? He was in here earlier. I can't remember. What the hell he's called. Robin, you could use this shirt, eh? Good. It's a good Canadian shirt because as a Canadian, I can multitask. Right? I'm a two-seater. And I'm built for comfort, not necessarily for speed. Right? At 55, I'm not built for speed. I'm built for comfort. I'm the fucking long, laid out fucking Lincoln. I ain't that little short little Porsche Boxster no more. Drop Deck Trucker. Thank you, Robin. Absolutely. That's where he's at. He keeps changing his goddamn name. He changes his name every fucking couple of months. I don't know what the hell he's doing. Canadians need to start learning. It is not happening. It is not happening. You guys need to, you know what? Before I learn the national anthem, you need to learn how to drink properly. How's that? You learn to drink beer properly, or man up and be able to drink beer like a true Canadian, and then maybe I'll learn the words to the U.S. national anthem. Paul M., if you guys start to pay tax via your $1 billion worth business, I can consider to say hi for sure. Absolutely true. There you go, Andy. Threw up the channel. Drop Deck Trucker. Awesome. Man up and drink beer like an American. Americans don't drink beer. Your beer is piss. Canadian beer. Canadian whiskey. Shit you guys drink is horrible. We used to laugh. Right? Americans would come up to the ski resorts up in Banff and up in Calgary and up in Blackcomb and everything and like that. They'd come up there and they'd be at the fucking bar, and inside of fucking an hour there'd be 12 absolutely shit-faced plastered Americans drinking fucking Molson Canadian, right? And at that time it was only 5% alcohol. 5% alcohol, right? And you guys would get fucking shit. And then we upped our content, right? We were the first ones to do it. Our Canadian beers then went up to 6, 7, 8, 9%. I think Molson Triple X was what? Curtis, what was Molson Triple X? I think it was like 8% or 9% alcohol. You could drink 6 of these and you'd fall off your goddamn chair. It was hilarious watching the Americans come up and try to drink with us. Couldn't do it. Absolutely couldn't do it. Canadian whiskey is good, but now Seagram's is USA. It is. Crown's Canadian, but it's not the end all be all. There's a lot of good whiskeys now. There's a lot of good ones. There's a couple of good ones out of Ontario. I keep trying to figure out because I can't mail it to you, James. I know I talked about you this like a year ago. I was talking to you about it one time. There's a couple of really good Canadian whiskeys that I'd literally have to put in my truck, bring it down here, then walk into a U.S. postal office, box it, like make sure it's okay, and then ship it to you that way because I can't get it across the goddamn border, right? I can't ship it from my place, but I would like to. There's a company up here now. It's called 40 Creek, and they've got a whole line of vintage and top of the line whiskeys, and I mean top of the line shit. They've got the black barrels and shit like that, the top of the line stuff. A couple of these, I think if I sent it to you, you'd be going, yeah, all right. Canada's got the whiskey. Canada's got the beer. The English, you guys got California for the wine, but we've got the Niagara region. If you go look if you go look at the wines in the world, I think it's the top out of the top 20 wines. I think out of the top 20, I think 6 or 7 of them are Canadian wines now. Like the Niagara region for wine has stepped up. They really have. They do really, really well. I also think who else has what other fucking province? I think Alberta has wine. BC has wine. So yeah. Yingling is coming to Illinois. You can keep it. No, I'm fucking don't drink it. Maple syrup. That's one of our biggest exports to you guys. Maple syrup. Milk, maple syrup, cheese. You guys think you got Wisconsin? Lumber and steel. We got it, and oil and gas. We got it all. Everything we got, you want. Come, give me a call. I'll hook you up too. I'll give you a really good price on that. I like my wine in a gallon jug. That's all. I was never a wine drinker, right? I was never a wine drinker. I even went worse than that. I used to buy it out of the fucking box. You know, those, whatever that box wine was. I don't even think it had a name on it. It just had wine. Alcohol content was what, 16% or fucking something stupid like that. It was horrible shit. Kokanee beer. Oh, that is gross. Gross beer. Absolutely gross beer. Don't even talk about that. It's Canadian, but it's gross. Go find the Sasquatch on the can. Prince Edward County has great wine. You know what? I'll take your word for it, man. I don't drink. Right? It's been 30 plus years, 32 years, whatever, 31 years since I've had a drink. So I can't tell you what's good and what's not. I can only relate to what I was doing back in the day and what I know from other people now today. But could I tell you if this whiskey's good or if that bourbon's good or if this whatever? Fuck no. The last bourbon I drank, and I loved bourbon. But I was not a high end drinker. I was like, I drank Jim Beam. I hate to say it. Sorry if it insults you, but I drank Jim Beam. Give me a bottle of Jim Beam and get out of the way and leave me alone. That's all. I would drink beer occasionally. And if I couldn't get Jim Beam, I'd drink Jack or Wild Turkey. Right? I didn't go for the little sip or the little of this, or the smell of this, put it in the sifter and sniff it and all that. No. That's fucking around. You're wasting time. Give me the fucking whiskey or the bourbon. I know what to do with that. Don't give me a little fucking little foo-foo glass and you're putting it in there like a brandy glass snifter and snipping it. And it smells. I can smell the oak and I can smell the honey and I can smell. Fuck off. I don't want to smell shit. I want it in my system. I want it running through my veins. I want it affecting my brain. That's what I want. I used to make a lot of wine. Hurts my back too much now. I don't fucking drink. I don't do anything. Germans drink beer in 1.3 liter steins, 2 pints. Yeah, what are they called? I used to have one. It's called a yard. You could get a yard or a half yard, and it came in a stand, and it looked like a massive beaker, like a scientific beaker, and they were called a yard. And you can get a yard and a half yard. And I actually had a yard, and it would hold 3 king cans of beer. So whatever a king can is, I think it was 800 milliliters, almost 1,000, almost 1,000. It's almost a liter. So it would hold just under, let's say 2.75 liters, which would almost be, would probably be about 3/4 of a gallon, right? Because there's 3.75 liter, or 3.79, 3.78, whatever, fucking liters in a gallon. This whole 2.75 liters. So let's say 3/4 of a gallon of beer this yard would hold, and you had to drink it. You had to chug it. You had to drink it. Because if you didn't do it right, when the air hit the bottom of that bubble, it would rush you. The beer would just come right out and fucking, you drown. Trust me, I know. I drowned. I had to drink my way out. Watching my old man die of cirrhosis did it for me. Tyrannus, you know what? Sometimes that's what it takes. For me to quit, it was my own death. I knew I was going to die. I was going down the path, man, where it was one of 2 ways, okay? I'm either going to end up incarcerated for the rest of my life, running with the crowd and doing the things that I was doing, or I was going to die, right? There was no, the third choice was to stop, recover, right? So those were my choices: stop, recover, or die, or end up in prison for the rest of my life. And I've been to prison enough times and done enough stints and stretches and shit like that. That wasn't. I would have rather died. Or so my actual two options were to either die and go. And believe me, I'd have gone out in a ball of flames, right? Blaze of glory. I'd have gone out. I wouldn't have gone out quietly, or to recover. And I opted to recover. So that's the way I agree with you though. Watching somebody die of cirrhosis, horrible way to die. Or wet brain. You know, you see guys that got wet brain, they drink 35, 40, 50 fucking years, and it just, there's nothing. It's gone, right? Gone. The brain is gone. The heart just doesn't know enough to stop beating. That's just the way it is. On the floor laughing. Hopefully not at my expense. Beam is good. I didn't mind it, dude. Let me tell you. I didn't mind it. I know I drank enough of it. I should have bought fucking stock in it. If I was a smart man, I would have bought stock in it. How come you can't drink coffee? Ooh, who the hell are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about this. I brew my filter coffee in a chemistry beaker. I found out we distill single malt whiskey in a Yorkshire last year, and it's nice. There you go. There you go. You see, if you're into it and it's good and you can take care of it and you can do good, that's great. Me, I can't. I cannot handle. It's not that I can't handle the liquor. I can't handle myself with the liquor in me, and neither can anybody else. American gallon equals 3.78 liters. Imperial gallon is 4.54 liters. You're correct. But nobody goes by an imperial gallon. I think maybe the Brits might. Maybe some of the Euros do, but over here, we use the American gallon, or it's a U.S. gallon, right? They call it the U.S. gallon. I've drank Jailhouse Pruno before, though. I've drank some shit that, I've drank some shit that you can run your car on. I've drank some shit, and after I finished drinking it, I couldn't finish the bottle. The guy took it off me and put it in his fucking moped. I was down in the Dominican Republic, but he put it in his fucking moped, and that's what he was using to fucking get to run his bike, his moped. Coffee makes my heart crazy. Coffee makes my heart do good. I can't drink coffee anymore. It kills me, but beer is fine. There you go. Jesus Christ. How'd you turn it around? Like I said, my choice was to either go to jail, die, or fucking get it straight. And I chose to get straight. And I had some help. I originally was kidnapped by some friends of my mom's, and I didn't go into a detox. I almost wish that I had, but I didn't. And I was detoxed, but I was taken prisoner. And after a couple, well, not a couple of weeks, say about seven or 8 days of detoxing, I was brought back to the real world. And at which point I was then introduced to a 12-step program and some people within a 12-step program. And I just kind of puddled my way through it. And that was the beginning. And that's how I got started. And now here it is. My dry date is March 21st, 1993. So I've been clean and sober since March 21st, 1993. My first day of sobriety with nothing in me was March 21st of 1993. So that's, for me, that's a lot of days. That's a lot of days. People count them as years. I look at them as days. That's a lot of years. Strangely, there's more old drunks than there are old doctors. Yeah, no kidding, Mr. Bees. Geez, it's an open chat. Geez, it's an open chat. Speak your mind here. Dude, say what you want. Just don't use the C word. That's reserved for Tyke. He's the only one allowed to use it. Any other than that, dude, you're welcome to say what you want. Speak your mind. Just know if you say something controversial, I will debate you on it, or I will talk back to you on it. Not in a negative way. I like to talk. I like to express, and I'm very open to other people's opinions. And if I say something that you don't agree with, please feel free to say something. But know that I'm going to rebuttal you, and I'm going to talk to you. Or we can sit here and just talk about Robert being a wanker. Whatever you want. My trainer likes beer. He is drinking every day. Beer is one of those things. Beer is almost technically not even alcohol anymore. When you look at the shit that's out on the market, really, beer is really, what's a light beer? 4.5%? 4%? Fuck, I don't know. Coors Light. I've not looked. I don't know what the alcohol content on a Coors Light is. I couldn't tell you. My brother drinks it. I don't know what it is. Oh. Just for today. Absolutely. You know what? That's how we live, or that's how I live it. I truly do. I'm not going to sit here and say that, I've amassed all of these years of sobriety and being clean, drug and alcohol free. I have not amassed a lot of years. I've amassed a few days. I wake up every single morning and I do the same fucking thing. Let's get through today without having a drink or a drug. And when I go to bed at night, it's like, all right, I made it through today. Let's do it again tomorrow. Simple as that. It is one day after another day after another day. Eventually, there you go. Turkish coffee for sure. I've not. The best coffee I think I've ever had is Cuban. I've had Dominican, Colombian, but Cuban. Cuban coffee for me was the best. And believe it or not, I drink coffee up here with cream and sugar. And I drink it with 2 sugars and 2 or 3 cream. Down there, because of the flavor is so rich and it is so good, very little sugar and just a little bit of cream. Like the cream barely changes the color. That's how good it is. I came out of the closet today and I'm so happy. Ross, gay love is love. Fuck, man. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be gay love. Love is love. What's the matter with you, boy? What's the matter with you? It's all love. Doesn't matter who you're loving. I don't give a fuck if you're loving another man, another woman. As long as it's a consulting adult. Consulting. Did I just say that? Consenting. It's a consulting. Yeah. Go see the adult and consult with her first or him first before you fuck them. But make sure you got a consenting adult. I don't give a shit what you're doing. I don't give a fuck what closet you're in or out of, man. Good for you. Congratulations, man. Good for you. Love is love. Whatever. I don't judge. S'more says it's 4%. 4% alcohol. So you got to drink fucking 30 of them to get fucking hammered. That's why you see so many fat beer drinkers. How many fat whiskey drinkers do you see? None. Right? How many fat vodka drinkers do you see? None. Excuse me. Pardon me. Tell that all the drunks at the Oktoberfest that beer isn't alcohol anymore. Yeah, no shit, eh, Pat? Now, the funny thing is, we have Oktoberfest in Canada. We have a version of it. Obviously, it's not what you guys have in Germany. You guys, you invented it, or you are it, or whatever the fuck it is. But yeah, I would love, even though I don't drink, I would love to go see Oktoberfest just for the festival and all the shit apparently that goes on over there. I think that'd be pretty fucking cool. I really do. I drink Turkish coffee nearby the Turkish Raki, and I don't fuck Tolga. I don't know. Is my reading getting worse, or is your English getting worse, or are you drinking, or is that girlfriend of yours doing something to you right now and it's fucking up your fingers? Damn, man. Hey, I'm proud of you. I never woke up thinking about a monkey to feed, dude. I woke up every morning with that monkey. It was scary. It was scary. And it was scary enough to the point that I don't want to go back and do it again. I probably have another outbreak, right? A drug, because primarily I drank, but I primarily was a drug addict, right? So I'll just use the terminology drunk, right? So I got one more drunk in me. I don't have another recovery. So if I ever lose what I've got now, I will never recover again. I don't have another recovery in me. It'll kill me. So I've got another drunk, but I don't have another recovery. And me knowing that is enough to keep me, you know what? Hey, I got a beautiful wife. I got great kids. I've beautiful home. And now that's just, my wife and shit, material and, money things. I do okay. But I also have peace of mind. I have a settled soul. My heart doesn't earn or ache for fucking much. Um, I'm not jealous of other men, of material or people, places, and things. I don't have to deal with that today. Do I talk a good talk and do I bullshit as good as anybody? Yes. But do I go through my life every day content? Absolutely. Absolutely. Robin is a furry in the closet. I'm not sure what Robin's doing in the closet, but if he's doing it, I'm sure he's using both hands. I think I had a drink in September, but before that, it was a while. Don't remember, but I do remember all the times I ran out of pot. Hate when that happens. That's actually funny as shit. Just admit it, Robin. I don't know what you guys are farting on about. She poured a little water in the Ricky and it would turn cloudy, and then she would toast the drink and the shot of. Okay. Always from around the middle of September till the first week of October. Munich is 50 miles from me. Oh, okay. So, in other words, you tear up the whole country, right? Right? From the middle of September to the first week of October, literally, you guys tear your fucking country apart. We Brits can match the Germans for brewing good beer, but you'll never beat a German beer festival. I'll believe that. I'll believe that. I'm a beer guy. Oh my God, did James Best really just say that? I'm a beer guy? I'd have never fucking known that. I've seen many a night I've seen an empty chair because of you being a beer guy. Yes. Oh, there's my shot at Best. As a matter of fact, a left side hook. There you go. I'm a beer guy. Yeah. Not whiskey bottle to kind of mouth kind of guy. Now, I was a whiskey drinker and I loved it. I was also a fucking heroin addict and a crack smoker. Loved coke, loved crack, loved it. But we got a kind of small Oktoberfest in my town, a close town as well. It's always at the end of August. I don't think it really makes a fucking difference. I don't think it really makes a difference for you guys, Pat. I think, once Oktoberfest starts, it doesn't matter which end of the country you live in. You guys are throwing a fucking party somewhere. Break out the picnic tables, throw up the umbrellas. You guys are out partying. Never messed with crack. I did some with crack. I said one last time and it was over. And James never messed with crack. I loved it. I fucking loved it, man. From the very fucking first time, from the first time I took it and I lit it and I got that little sweet flavor right, hold on, right there, right the back of your fucking throat. You get that little sweet little fucking flavor. And that's what you chase, that little fight. You never get that again. But the very first time I ever did it, until the very last time I ever put it down, loved it. Loved it. That, and I didn't pay for my narcotics most of the time. Tight truck, and I'd love to join one of those festivals for sure. Crazy as hell. That's what I'm saying, right? I'd love to go over there and be there, right? Just to see it, right? Just to observe, just to see it. I'm sure it's a great time. I want to see the Oompa Loompa girls and, the big fat guy running around with that big, what is that, fucking accordion? And those girls with those goofy fucking skirts and the dresses and the striped socks and the big fucking hooters pushed out like this. I better take my wife with me too. Yeah, I think I better take my wife with me too. James Best, you go Indian on whiskey. Yeah. Yeah, no kidding. I puked and loved it. Oh, you're nuts. I wasn't a puker. I don't want to destroy dreams while talking about the truth. Yeah, there you go. Tyke, there was one beer I really loved when I lived in the UK. Can't remember the name, though the rest was just yikes. Burning Man. Well, I don't know what to fucking tell you. Let's do one more. I'm looking at this. I'm drinking water, for Christ's sake. I'm just listening to see if the dryer stopped. There's somebody else in the building right now, and I think they might be waiting for the washer or dryer, but They can have the washer. The washer's empty. But the dryer's got my shit in it, so I'm not overly concerned about it. It takes them at least 30 minutes to wash a load. So, and I've been at this now for almost 2 hours. So we're gonna probably wind this up at about the 2 hour mark. Burning Man. It's called what? It's called a journal. The girls wearing, they are fucking expensive as well. Well, that's why that's why I come to visit you, Pat, and we use your credit cards, right? We use your money. If I had your money, I'd burn mine, buddy. All right. There it is. Look at that. Somebody say beer. Look who pops in. As soon as you say the word fucking beer, there's two for, eh? You were talking about Burning Man. I am the Burning Man. So what are you doing with all the thousands you're saving on cigars? Dar's at Costco right now fucking spending it. Pat, you probably only shopped one of the supermarkets, and there's some awesome award-winning craft beers here. I'll take your word for it. Someone said beer. Yeah, there you go. Where did Shannon Thomas go? Was it something I said? I don't know. Why don't you give her a call and see what she says? Why don't you see what she says? OC is okay, just relaxing. Oh, actually, I got that. Did you send me that email, Robin? Sorry, it was one of those things that you sent it to me and I was already in bed sleeping. And then I opened the email. It was like fucking 1:30 or whatever, 2 o'clock in the fucking morning, right? Because I get up in the morning, I check my emails and shit like that. And I meant to reply to you, but it was like, okay, Robin, check that. Okay, OC, okay, next. And then I go back and I reply, and I never got back to you. Apologize, man. Apologize. Glad to hear he's doing okay. How long until he's up and around and everything like that? Love beer, love soda. Some love soda, but I love beer. There you go. You know what? I'm the same way. I like Dr. Pepper, right? I went from loving Jim Beam to loving Dr. Pepper. It's a long slide down. Let me fucking tell you that, though. I don't advise it. It's a long fall. That one hurt when I hit the fucking bottom of that one. I've had some pretty epic battles in my life, whether they've been physical, mental, spiritual, or emotional. But let me tell you something right now. Fucking bottoming out on crack and alcohol and being a drug addict and an alcoholic and all that shit. Bottoming out. That was a long fucking fall, and I'm surprised that didn't kill me. I lived through that. In all seriousness, Will Burner, salute to your thanks, Tyrannus. I do appreciate that. It's nice to hear. It really is. Really do. Thank you. Bro, it's fun. I enjoyed spending some time with everyone. But I got to go. Still working on the kitchen. It's getting close. Dude, you got to be done that fucking kitchen by now. Holy Christ. Are you going to take us for a tour of it when it's done? I'd like to see it when it's done. Fuck, we've all been talking about it and listening to about it for the last year. Fax Tolga. Mr. Best could be a Viking warrior if he was living in those years, in those eras. You can imagine him while ordering a beer with a burnt huge. James, as a Viking. Okay. As a Viking. Let me see. I'm a Viking. My heritage is Icelandic. So I'm a Viking. I hope I'm not related to James. Can you imagine if I'm related blood-wise to James Best? Jeez. Good Lord, what have I done? I got sober and he's still drinking. James is a Viking. He's part Norwegian. There you go. There you go. There you go. Mr. B, God bless. Love the old gang together again. Yeah, it's good to see everybody. It's good to see everybody. Like I said, I haven't been live in a long time. So it's kind of nice to step in and hang out, shoot the shit, talk some bullshit, see some people, talk to some people I haven't seen. Shannon Thomas is still here, by the way. She's just feeding the babes. I wish you would have told me that. I wouldn't have been swearing so much. I'm gonna get a note from some 16-year-old kid going, You know what? When I was a baby, my grandma was sitting there and, I'm going to catch hell for this. It's going to be my fault. Anything that's wrong with this kid from now until the time he's 25, it's going to be on me. It's going to be on me. I can tell you right now. I can smell that. I'm of Norwegian descent. Eric the Red. There you go. Yes, I will. I'm on the last two upper cabinets today and the bathroom cabinets. All right. Can't wait to see it. Well, in that case, Turks and Nordics have strong ties genetically. All of us are Vikings. And there you go. Let's go conquer something. What is it the Vikings do? They rape, pillar, and plunder, right? Pillage and plunder and rape. Pillage and plunder and rape. Okay. I'll do the pillaging and plundering. Who's signing up for the raping? Anybody? Bueller? Bad side, my grandma was half Winnebago, bad with whiskey. Yeah. My dad's side, so my grandfather was like 1/3 Mohawk Indian. So yeah, we got some of that. We got some firewater fucking blood running through us up here too. Leaving now would be plenty of time to be back already, Dar. Yeah, no kidding, eh? Okay, I'm actually leaving. Talk later. Yeah, whatever. She's going to be listening the whole time. She'll be walking through Costco. She's got her earbuds. So she'll take her phone, put it in there, and she'll sit and listen to it. And then every once in a while, one of us will say something totally stupid, and she'll fucking pipe in. Or never one of us. I'll say something totally stupid, and she'll pipe in. The Danes landed in Yorkshire, and it was called Danelaw. What? Danelaw? Did I say that right? Danelaw or Danelaw? Danelaw. So you're probably more related to me than to the Danes. Went to Iceland and Greenland, though. Okay. I got no problem. I'm just not doing any. I'm just not doing any of the raping. You guys, I'll do the pillaging and plundering. I'm not doing none of the raping. Leave that to somebody else. Let's swear now. I ain't swearing no more. Shannon's still fucking listening, and she's got the baby sitting on her knee. Just like I said, just what I need. The kid's going to turn around when he's 25. He's going to come walking out of the courthouse from the judge, and it's going to be my fault. Not a chance. Let's all swear now. Okay, you go ahead and swear. Vikings were the most advanced folks on the marine stuff, but they were never able to set up civilization. Hey, are we truly civilized anyway? Who was able to set up the civilization? What? The French? The fucking Spaniards? Oh, wow. I don't fucking swear. That's how a Northern Canadian says fuck. Fucking. Instead of saying fucking, I go fucking. For fuck's sakes. Actually, that's how 2-4 would say it. If 2-4 was on right now and he was saying it, he'd be going, for fuck's sakes, get me a beer, eh? There you go. I just told you what 2-4 would sound like. That's an East Coaster. Don't fucking swear. The Roman did, actually. One beer and I'm smashed. I got the wheel burner effect. There you go. It's fix six. Hey, for fix six. Fuck. Fuck. You fucking crazy. You fucking nuts. Gotta go fuck yourself. It's different parts of Canada, right? Different parts of Canada. The Irish say feckin'. Yeah, I know, but the Irish can't talk English. Maritimer. Yeah. I love the way the East Coasters talk. I truly do. Except when you get, like, say, 2 guys from Newfoundland or 2 guys from Nova Scotia, and they get fucking hammered. Like, they get literally shit-faced hammered. If 2-4 and his son were sitting, like, around the fire, and they were shit-faced hammered, and they were talking about what they did that day, I wouldn't be able to understand a goddamn word that either of these 2 fucking maniacs are saying. Not a clue. But when they're sober, I love the slight accent that the East Coasters have. It's almost got an Irish drawl to it, like an Irish twang to it. But you put some whiskey into these guys? Oh, no, I can't understand them. Yeah, I might as well be talking Swahili, for Christ's sake. I'm from Ontario, but in Alberta. Well, I'm from Alberta. I'm from Ontario, but live in Alberta too. I'm working. Smart. I work in Ontario, but I live in Alberta. My home is in Alberta, and I live here. Friggin' Newfies. You mean them fucking Newfies? Or them fucking. The Newfies are fuckins. Them fucking Newfies. Nobody knows what the Newfies are saying. Love them. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Two Maritimers drunk together. Hold on. No fixed address, Brian. Yeah. No shit, Robin, eh? It's funny as hell. It's funny as hell. Yeah, I love the Newfies. I really do. A couple of times I've had to take the boat out and go in the truck, and I've sat on that fucking boat, and it's an 8-hour trip out, and I've sat on that boat and not said a word to anybody, just sat there and listened to them talk all around me, all the people talking around me, and loved it. Absolutely loved it. Both my grandfathers were from, one was from Truro, Nova Scotia, and one was from Spring Hill, Nova Scotia. So they were true East Coasters. Same thing. People within my own family, like my grandfathers and his brothers and everything like that, they'd all get into the Labatt 50, which is horrible beer, or the Old Vienna. Robin, you know what I'm talking about. 2-4, you know what I'm talking about. That Labatt 50 or the Old Vienna. The old East Coasters used to drink that shit. It was horrible, horrible stuff. And they'd get into that stuff, and after 24, 25 of those, not a clue what my grandfather was saying. Not a clue. He could be giving me the combination to the safe that had $20 million in it, and I would not be able to talk. I wouldn't be able to fucking understand what he was saying. I'm 15 minutes to Truro. Oh, well, going to Truro, Truro is the brown side. So going to Truro and stand on the corner, the main corner there. Actually, go where the what is it they've got in there? They've got a Toyota. I used to go in there all the time to the Toyota dealership. Old vagina, yeah. Go stand on the corner where the Toyota dealership is and go, are there any Browns around here? Any Browns? And you probably have 10 of them come running up to you going, yeah, I'm Samantha Brown, or I'm Cindy Brown, or I'm Bob Brown, or fuck. The Spring Hills or Colborns. I am off now as well. Nice catching up. Good to see you. Yeah, we'll talk again. I talked to Pat all day because he's awake when I get up in the morning, right? Usually, like this morning, I got my first message from him. What was it, about 2 o'clock? No, it was after that. No, this morning was late because I was working. I didn't start work till late, but usually he's sending me a message sometime around between 1 and 3 in the morning. And we can chit chat and via messenger all bloody day because he's 8 hours or 6, Germany, 6 hours ahead of me, 7 hours ahead of me, whatever. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I get to talk to Pat during the day. That's all right, eh? Same with Tolga. Actually, I don't talk to Tolga much. Robin's an hour behind me. Fucking 2-4 is what, 2 hours ahead of me? I cleaned out a bar of OV. You're gross. I've just cooked and ate my dinner. Cheese for dessert and a sink full of pots. Fuck it, I'll wash them in the morning. Good old bachelor, eh? Why do now what I can put off till tomorrow? There we go. Well, you know what? We got 2 hours out of her. We got 3 bottles of wine. It is now 4 o'clock or 10 after 4 my time. So we're in the same time zone. You don't have to message me. You don't message me back. Yes, I do. I message you back all the time. Every time you send me a picture of something, I message you back. Always. Fuck, I better go look. I'm pretty sure I do. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna bugger off. I do have to go do groceries. I don't want to do them, but nobody wants to go into Walmart on a fucking Saturday. But I'm gonna grin and bear it. So, with that, man, I'll who knows? I'll catch up with you later. Thanks for hanging with me. Talk to you. See you down the road.